Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives. Once again, guys, stopping them from rewriting history, guys, and bending reality. And in this video, we're going to set the record straight and stop the lies from this dude, Norris Cole. Shout out to my man AP530. He sent me this clip of Norris Cole. I think it was from maybe like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 10 days, whatever it was. Once again, these guys are on some podcast, some weird podcast, because everyone's got a podcast, everyone's got something to say, and everyone's got some story to tell. And Norris Cole's out there telling stories about LeBron James in practice, and how LeBron James could do things in practice that no one could even practice doing, that no one else can do. This is what Norris Cole was saying. Oh, I've seen LeBron James. He's doing things in practice that no one else can do, that you couldn't even practice. He said that you couldn't even practice the things that he was doing. And then he started talking about one-legged jumpers. Really? No one else does one-legged jumper? That's LeBron James thing? Then he started talking about Michael Jordan. He literally said Michael Jordan-type layups. So, we're going to talk about it in the video, guys, but this dude was straight talking some nonsense, trying to tell Michael Jordan stories about LeBron James, man, on the Miami Heat when he was there, and how LeBron James was, talking trash to Pat Riley. Like, my God, man, these guys, they never stop, man. And we're going to talk about this video, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states that's been supporting my channel. Once again, shout out to my man AP530 for sending me that clip. Thank you for all the support, guys. Shout out to everyone in the membership. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, excuse me for a second. I'm not doing that good this morning, guys. Stomach been bothering me all morning, man. But, I didn't want to load match like LeBron James, man, so I showed up to work. I wasn't feeling good, but I still showed up. But anyway, so yes, guys, like I said, man, shouts once again to my man AP530 sending me this clip of Norris Cole. If you guys don't know, Norris Cole, I believe, played, 5 or 6 years in the NBA. I think he played 3 seasons with the Miami Heat, was on the 2 championship Miami Heat teams in 2012, 2013. I believe he was drafted to the Miami Heat during the 2011-2012 season. All right, and he was one of those role players, right? A guy who came in and gave you, 10, 15 minutes, whatever it was. He was a point guard, whatever, one of the backup point guards behind a Mario Chalmers. But Norris Cole was on some podcast because that's what these guys do now. All these are relevant basketball players. Like, they can't just run off into the sunset. They can't just, be happy with their careers, be humbled by their careers, have any kind of humility. None of this stuff. Everyone has to, like I said, bring them names back up or keep themselves in relevancy by going on these podcasts. And Norris Cole was on some podcast. It was a Hoops Hall or something like that. Some idiots out there. And this dude starts telling some stories about LeBron James in practice, which is hilarious to me because, once again, the stories that I've ever heard, or the only stories that I've ever heard of LeBron James in practice, was that he doesn't practice. His teams do not practice. That's the whole point here of LeBron James. That's part of the reason why we always say he has not developed any game. Where has LeBron James' game developed? You can't point to any aspect of his game, and you're like, damn, he really developed that aspect. There isn't. Don't talk to me about his three-point shooting. It hasn't developed. He's literally given wide-open threes in an era where the defense is soft as hell. Ain't no one guarding LeBron James out there. And once again, when it matters most, like in the playoffs last season when LeBron James was wide open, right, and the score was tied, where was LeBron James on the three-point line at that moment? He threw up a brick when he was wide open, guys, with the score tied with what? Like a minute to go. This LeBron James, man, he chokes it up when it matters most. So don't talk to me about his three-point shooting. His ball handling hasn't improved. His free throw shooting has never improved, which is hilarious to me. Never improved the free throw shooting. The man still airballs free throws. So there's really no development. You can't point to a go-to move that he developed in the clutch, something that he could do with consistency. All he has is that drive down the paint with the off arm, lowering the shoulder. That's all he's got. He's got no moves. So Norris Cole, you get exposed immediately when you start talking about the things that LeBron James was doing in practice. No one could even practice these things, he said. He goes, LeBron James doing things that you can't even practice doing. What? That doesn't even make any sense. And then, like I said, he started to name these moves, and the dude named the one-legged shot. That's literally Dirk Nowitzki's shot. Literally, Dirk Nowitzki mastered that shot, patented move from Dirk Nowitzki, did it in the clutch, did it against LeBron James and the Miami Heat in the 2011 NBA Finals. They could not stop Dirk Nowitzki. LeBron James did not guard him and shut him down. No one could stop this man because he had a go-to move. He had an overall offensive arsenal, and he could shoot the ball, and they couldn't stop him. But the one-legged shot that Norris Cole is telling you in his interview, right on this podcast, he's saying that no one else can do that, he says. Oh, man, the one-legged step backs that LeBron James, what? No one else can do that? Like I said, LeBron James don't even do that. So Norris Cole is trying to tell us that LeBron James does these moves in practice that we've never seen him do in the games with any kind of consistency. No regularity. I've told you guys, LeBron James will do that one-legged fadeaway shot at the end of games because he's scared to go to the rim. That's not his move. He don't work on that with any kind of consistency. That's why he never does it. And that's why that shot is not part of his arsenal like that. Every once in a while, he'll bring it out. But that's not his move. That's Dirk Nowitzki's move, and other players have utilized that one-legged shot. That's not LeBron James' shot or the only shot that only he can do. Norris Cole trying to tell us. And then, like I said, he actually said he was doing Michael Jordan layups. Michael Jordan-type layups. So that literally contradicts everything that you're saying. You're saying that he's doing Michael Jordan-type layups, not LeBron James-type layups, because LeBron James don't got no creative layup package like that. The dude's layups is whack, man. They're bland. They're boring. They're not aesthetically pleasing. LeBron James is not fun to watch. He doesn't have no creativity, no swag in his game. So when he talks about Michael Jordan-type layups, you right there expose yourself in everything you're talking about. LeBron James is doing things in practice that no one can practice, that no one else can do, but they're called Michael Jordan-type layups? And why are they called and why did he say Michael Jordan-type layups? Because Michael Jordan was known for doing these things in games regularly. That was part of his greatness, part of his aura, part of him. What made him Michael Jordan? The creativity, hanging in the air, contorting his body. That's what he did. He didn't just do it in practice. We saw him do it in games when it mattered most. High pressure situations, nothing changed from Michael Jordan. The mindset was always the same. Now LeBron James, the mindset changes at the end of games, depending on the score. All of these things influence LeBron James' mindset and his decision-making on the court. Not Michael Jordan. He's the same play in the first quarter and the fourth quarter. It didn't matter. Nothing changed in the mindset, the approach. But here goes Norris Cole talking about things that LeBron James does in practice no one else can do. No one can do. And you know what's funny about the Norris Cole story? I don't believe it one bit. And you know what's funny? That you have people that be like, yo, he was there in practice. He's telling a story that he was there. He was on the team, and you guys don't believe him. Yeah, I don't believe him. I do not believe a word he says. Because once again, where are these stories at before? Where were these stories ever before? I never hear stories of LeBron James in practice pushing his teammates. Why are they starting to do these things now? You notice why they're trying to do these LeBron James in practice stories now? Because of the Michael Jordan stories that we always hear about, that people are talking about in the Last Dance documentary, that you've heard guys like B.J. Armstrong talk about, and Ron Harper, and Scottie Pippen, and Craig Hodges. Right? You heard these guys talk about Michael Jordan in practice. Remember I told you Craig Hodges was on the Chicago Bulls from 89 to 92, right? And he was on the first two championship teams in 91, 92, right? So I believe he played 4 seasons, on the Chicago Bulls, right? And he said that in the time that he was on the Chicago Bulls, he never saw Michael Jordan lose a suicide sprint. Once again, anyone who plays basketball, you know what suicide sprints are. You know how difficult they are to win every single time. And Craig Hodges said he never saw Michael Jordan lose a sprint. Never lose a sprint. He said guys like Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, they were trying to beat him and they could not beat him. This is the competitiveness of Michael Jordan. These are the stories that we hear about Michael Jordan from his teammates, right? You don't hear these stories about LeBron James. LeBron James, you don't never hear these stories. What we hear from Isaiah Thomas, right? What do we hear about Isaiah Thomas when he was on the Cleveland Cavaliers that 2018 season? He said they don't practice. They never practice, he said. Why is Norris Cole telling these stories about his time in Miami, from the Miami Heat? You know why he's telling these stories? Because it was the Miami Heat. Norris Cole starts to talk about how LeBron James was talking trash to Pat Riley and trying to be like, yeah, I'm different, man. You got D-Wade, your boy D-Wade, but I'm different. LeBron James is different? He's different? No, he's not. Listen, man, these guys, they're idiots. They don't have no concept of the history of the game. They have no perspective here. You think that Pat Riley was impressed with what LeBron James was doing when the man was coaching Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? He literally coached prime Magic Johnson. They won 3 championships, back-to-back titles. But Pat Riley's supposed to be impressed with LeBron James in practice? When, like I said, he had Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, guys like James Worthy, he coached these guys. What are we saying here? Pat Riley's been around a lot of talent, man. He coached Patrick Ewing on the New York Knicks. He coached Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway on the Miami Heat. He was around a lot of talent, man. Pat Riley's not impressed with LeBron James. That's why LeBron James left Miami. Because Pat Riley was forcing him to work on his overall game. Guys like Eric Spoelstra, right? They were making LeBron James work on his game. They were holding him to a standard in Miami. And LeBron James did not like that. So he ran away from Pat Riley. So I find it hilarious that Norris Cole would tell a story about LeBron James trash-talking Pat Riley, talking about, yeah, I know, I'm different, man. Like he's impressing Pat Riley or something. You think Pat Riley's impressed with LeBron James? He literally watched Magic Johnson every single day. Magic Johnson's way more impressive than LeBron James, way more creative than LeBron James, way more swag, a greater leader, a greater competitor than LeBron James. This is who Pat Riley was around. And also, not to mention, let's take it a step further here. I'm sure Norris Cole doesn't know this about Pat Riley, but Pat Riley played in the NBA for many years. He played on the Los Angeles Lakers teams with Jerry West, with Wilt Chamberlain. So really, what are we saying here? Pat Riley is literally a competitor, way above LeBron James. That's why LeBron James ran for Miami. He couldn't handle a guy like Pat Riley because Pat Riley is a straight G. And Pat Riley was not going to be bullied or intimidated by a soft coward LeBron James, who ran to the Miami Heat. But Norris Cole is going to sit there and tell you that LeBron James trash-talking Pat Riley as if Pat Riley has anything to be intimidated about or impressed about with LeBron James in practice. We're not impressed with LeBron James in practice. That's the whole point here. There's no evidence that points to LeBron James doing this crazy stuff in practice. There's no evidence. All we hear is the contradictions, the opposite. We hear that LeBron James can't play one-on-one. He won't play one-on-one. Gets beat down in one-on-one drills all the time in practice. That's all I keep hearing from all these other people. A lot more teammates are saying that about LeBron James than telling these stories like Norris Cole's saying. These guys over-exaggerate just for LeBron James to look good. And this is why I tell you they get exposed. I don't have to exaggerate for Michael Jordan. I don't have to embellish his career. I don't have to hype it up into another realm because Michael Jordan's career, his legacy, he did that on his own. Everything that he accomplished, he did on his own. No need to exaggerate it. That's the grace of Michael Jordan's resume. But LeBron James' teammate, like a Norris Cole, the LeBron James fans, they always must speak in hyperbole. They must over-exaggerate. The dude literally said LeBron James can do things in practice that you can't even practice doing. He said it with a straight face, that LeBron James is doing things in practice that no one else can even practice. That doesn't even make any sense. So all these things that LeBron James does in practice, we've never seen him do in a regular season game, on the court, or when it matters most. This guy's talking about, yeah, he's doing off-leg hook shots, hook shots. What? Has anybody ever seen LeBron James in practice when he's goofing around? That's what he does. He goofs around in practice, LeBron James. He tries these stupid moves that'll never work in a real game, under real circumstances. With real NBA defense, he'll never do these things. So Norris Cole is talking about some of these moves that LeBron James does in practice that never make it to the games for good reason, because they're lame gimmick shots. LeBron James' entire career is one big narrative lie and a gimmick. It's a gimmick. The bubble was a gimmick. In-season tournament gimmick. Flopping guidelines, playing tournaments is all gimmicks for LeBron James in this era. It's a gimmick league. They didn't come up with a 65-game minimum because these guys are a gimmick. They won't even show up to work. These guys get max money, but won't give the max effort, won't show up and play the max games. But Norris Cole is telling you LeBron James can do things in practice that no one else can do. And then he names moves that other people have already patented. He names Dirk Nowitzki's one-leg step back. Like what? The one-legged shot, that's Dirk Nowitzki all day. And he perfected it. LeBron James didn't perfect it. Never does it. But Norris Cole, he does it in practice, according to Norris Cole. Then he says the Michael Jordan type layups. Michael Jordan type layups. Not LeBron James layups. Because LeBron James has no type of layup. None. Everything LeBron James does is trying to copy off of someone else. He's unoriginal. He couldn't even pick his own number. Think about that. He's unoriginal. So he's doing Michael Jordan type layups, but only LeBron James can do Michael Jordan type layups? Is LeBron James a better finisher under the rim than Steph Curry is? No, he's not. He's not. Is he a better finisher under the rim than Kyrie Irving is? No, he's not. And that's just two guys from his era. But Norris Cole's telling you that he's doing things that Kyrie Irving can't do those layups. Steph Curry couldn't do those layups in practice like LeBron James does. He starts talking about LeBron James trash talking Pat Riley. Are you kidding me? LeBron James ran away from Pat Riley. He ran away from Miami Heat. But he's over there intimidating Pat Riley? He's supposed to be impressing Pat Riley. I told you, Pat Riley watched Magic Johnson. He literally coached Magic Johnson, who's a much greater player than LeBron James, a greater competitor than LeBron James, a greater winner than LeBron James, a greater leader than LeBron James. How is Pat Riley supposed to be impressed with LeBron James and some of these things that Norris Cole say he's doing in practice that we never saw in the games? Never see these things in the games. When they tell stories about Michael Jordan in practice, they talk about what his competitiveness, how he pushed everybody. Norris Cole, he ain't talking about that. Norris Cole's telling you that LeBron James does some crazy moves that will never work in a regular season game, but he does these moves in practice. And we're supposed to believe that because Norris Cole was there. So once again, like I've told you guys, we're supposed to believe everything these ex-NBA players say because they were there? What does that have to do with anything? You're telling me that people do not lie or create narratives or bend reality? And that's what it sounds like to me that Norris Cole's doing, a lot of bending of reality. A lot of they're just creating narratives here that LeBron James could do things in practice that no one can even attempt to do. Because LeBron James is an alien? This is what he's talking about. LeBron James talking trash to Pat Riley. And then he ran away from the Miami Heat. Where were all those crazy moves in 2014 in the finals? Where were all those crazy moves at? Where were all those crazy moves in 2011 finals? They're never there. They never show up. Right? The one-legged shots, like, that's not his move. He don't do that with any kind of consistency or regularity. He can't shoot LeBron James. So I really doubt what Norris Cole is saying because there's no evidence of LeBron James working on his game in practice to the point where you see it in the games. Just like I tell you guys, LeBron James talks about how much money he spends on his body, the time and energy he spends doing all these treatments. But then when the season comes, he plays 60 games, 65 games. He's load managing. It don't make any sense. How could you be doing all this stuff, but then you still load manage? You're supposed to be doing all that so you don't have to load manage. Meanwhile, guys back in the day did not have any of the advantages of a LeBron James. They didn't have the money of LeBron James, all the treatment that LeBron James options or the options of treatment that LeBron James has. They didn't have these options in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, 80s, or even the 90s. But these guys still were able to show up more consistently and give more effort than someone like LeBron James, who's being touted for being able to play a long time. But he hasn't played defense in over 10 seasons. No D. He hasn't won an MVP in 10 seasons. But they keep telling us he's playing at top level. He's a top 7 player still in the league. Even though he plays no defense. And then they want you to believe that Anthony Davis is not the best player in the Lakers, that LeBron James is still the best player on the Lakers, and he's been the best player on the Lakers since Anthony Davis has been there. And there's no way in hell you can watch basketball, watch the games, and think to yourself that LeBron James is better than Anthony Davis, or he has been better than Anthony Davis since he's been on the Lakers. Anthony Davis, by all metrics, is the best two-way player in the league right now. In the league. That's not LeBron James. So Norris Cole, man, you're just a straight capping fool. Another idiot out here trying to make his hot take out here on these podcasts, trying to keep himself relevant. These guys are losers, man. These ex-NBA players, they have no humility. There's no honor in this. These stories that you're telling about LeBron James, no one believes this stuff. And why does no one believe this? Because we don't see any evidence of this anywhere on the basketball court from LeBron James. All we see in the clips of LeBron James in practice is him goofing around doing these stupid shots. But is that what Norris Cole is talking about? These gimmick shots that LeBron James does in practice, goofing around, that we never see in regular season games or in the playoffs or in the finals? He's impressed by that stuff? I laugh what these guys are impressed with. Like Austin Reeves was impressed with all LeBron James treatments. But you're not impressed with LeBron James' work ethic and the game that he's working on because he's not working on his game. And there's no evidence to show that he has worked on his game. Everything points to the contrary. And Pat Riley's not impressed with LeBron James one bit. Pat Riley don't even respect LeBron James, man. I know he doesn't deep down because Pat Riley's a true competitor, man. He's a real leader, Pat Riley. And that's why LeBron James ran away. Because LeBron James is not a real competitor. He's not a real leader. And he's not a grown man. LeBron James is a bully. He tries to bully other people. And Pat Riley wasn't going for it. But Norris Cole is going to tell you stories that LeBron James can do things in practice that you couldn't even practice, that other players couldn't even practice these things. He literally said that. What? LeBron James can't even do a more creative dunk. He has one dunk he does, but Norris Cole wants you to believe that he was probably doing crazy dunks. LeBron James in practice, man. He was doing these crazy dunks. Once again, in practice, you guys talking about what LeBron James can do in practice. Not impressed. Once again, Michael Jordan's teammates did not just talk about what he did in practice as far as the creativity, the moves he was doing. They talked about how he pushed them. The competitiveness of him in practice. It was Michael Jordan playing on the second unit going against the starters. It was Michael Jordan going at Scottie Pippen every single day. Remember, I told you that story that Craig Hahn just talked about. Scottie Pippen came to practice and challenged Michael Jordan to a one-on-one. And he said that Michael Jordan proceeded to destroy Scottie Pippen. And he said that Scottie Pippen had to ask Michael Jordan to slow down. Slow down. That's what Michael Jordan was doing to his teammates in practice. That was the effort he gave. It wasn't about him doing some crazy moves that no one else can do. And we knew that Michael Jordan could do these things because he did it in the regular season games. He did it in the playoffs. He did it in the finals. That switch hand against the Lakers in 91, that wasn't just something that they talked about he did in practice. He did this stuff in games when it mattered most. That's Michael Jordan's creativity taking over. We're supposed to believe that LeBron James has creativity in practice, but not in the regular season games. That sounds stupid. Just like Norris Cole. Another moron, another idiot out here, man. Another goof, man. Norris Cole. They were supposed to listen to this guy because he played on the Miami Heat. So he's telling the truth. Once again, I don't believe any of these things that these guys say. Because once again, they're not staying consistent. And there's nothing to confirm or back up what they say. They just talk and we're supposed to believe it because they were there. That's not how it works, man. So these guys are all honest. They never lie. They never bend reality or try to change and rewrite history. When B.J. Armstrong and Craig Hodges and all these guys talk about these stories of Michael Jordan, the competitiveness and how he pushed them in practice, you can confirm that with all these guys. That's why they said that Michael Jordan was an a-hole. Right? Oh, man, he might have been an a-hole. He might have been this. He might have been that. But you know what? It worked. That's what Will Perdue said. They all confirmed it. Michael Jordan was a hard ass. He pushed them to places that they didn't think they can get to. He said things to them that they probably shouldn't have said. But it worked. The results you cannot argue with. And the evidence is there. Because we see Michael Jordan's competitiveness. You see it on the court. He's not walking off early. He's not making excuses at a post-game press conference. That's LeBron James. When you talk about Michael Jordan's creativity, we see it in the slam dunk contest. You saw it. Michael Jordan literally said, I didn't rehearse these dunks. I don't practice before the slam dunk contest. I didn't think about this stuff. I just wanted to let my creativity flow. That's literally what he said. And Dominique Wilkins said the same thing. We don't rehearse the dunks. We're just going out there and in the moment feeling it. Letting it just flow naturally. LeBron James ain't never been like that. That's why he wouldn't compete in a slam dunk contest, but he did 2 skills challenges. So you had enough energy to do the 2 skills challenges, but you didn't have enough energy to do a slam dunk contest. And then at the same time, all these years later, LeBron James loves to promote himself as one of the top dunkers in NBA's history. The dude put himself in a top 5 dunkers list like a couple of years back. You're nowhere near a top 5 all-time dunkers list, LeBron James. And one of the main reasons is because you never even did a slam dunk contest. And once again, your dunks in the games are basic, boring, and bland, man. But Norris Cole wants you to believe that he has creativity in practice. In practice, LeBron James is creative. He can do all this stuff in practice. But we never see that in the games. What we see in the games is LeBron James doing the same boring move over and over again, the same dunk over and over again, stumbling and bumbling all over the court over and over again, turning the ball over and over again. Right? Can't dribble. Like I said, just looking like a goof out there over and over again, taking 3-4 steps. I mean, the first minutes of the game, the first game of the season, LeBron James traveled right in front of the referees, and no call was made, and he was allowed to score a layup. Once again, after a travel right in front of the referees that everyone could see was a blatant travel, LeBron James travels and allowed to score 2 points. So another fraudulent 2 points for LeBron James in his 40,000 that he accumulated. That is fraudulent. Fraudulent. Up and down the court, this guy's traveling. But Norris Cole tells us LeBron James is doing things in practice no one can do. No one can do. I've never seen LeBron James do anything that no one could do. I've seen Michael Jordan do things that I've never seen anybody else do before. I've seen the creativity of some of these guys, like a Dr. J. I've seen him do things that I haven't seen anybody else do. Even Elgin Baylor was doing things back in the 60s that no one else was doing. LeBron James don't do anything that we haven't seen anybody do. I tell you right now, Pat Riley was watching Magic Johnson do things that LeBron James would never do. That we've never seen anyone else do, the things that Magic Johnson was doing. But Norris Cole was trying to tell you that LeBron James is trash-talking Pat Riley. Like Pat Riley's supposed to be impressed with LeBron James and the things that he's doing in practice. When Pat Riley played in the NBA himself with legendary players and coached legendary players himself. They act like Pat Riley just woke up and coached the Miami Heat, and that was the first time he ever been around the NBA. It's an absolute joke. These guys don't know the history of the game. They don't know Pat Riley. This is why Pat Riley was pushing back on LeBron James, because he wasn't putting the work. He's not impressed with LeBron James. He's impressed with Michael Jordan. That's why he retired Michael Jordan's number 23 jersey, even though Michael Jordan didn't play a single minute for the Miami Heat. That's what shows you how impressed Pat Riley was with Michael Jordan, how he thought Michael Jordan was different. Not LeBron James. LeBron James ain't different, man. He might have been different in high school. He ain't different in the NBA. The only thing different about LeBron James is the way that he carries himself compared to the other all-time greats. The other, like I said, the cream of the crop, the top of the top players, the superstar all-time greats. He's different from those guys. That's how he's different. He don't have the same honor of those guys, the same level of class, heart, grit. He don't have the same love of the game as those guys. He's not a true competitor like those guys. He don't have the professionalism of those guys. That's how he's different. He gets coaches fired more often than those guys. He wants players traded all the time, more often than those guys. And yet and still, he makes more excuses than any one of those guys. Never takes the accountability like those guys did. But Pat Riley's supposed to be impressed with him? LeBron James is different. Nah, man, those are the only ways that LeBron James is different, man. I told you, that's why he's not worthy of a top 10 spot. These are the facts. But Norris Cole wants to talk about him in practice, doing things that no one else can even practice doing. He said you couldn't even practice these things. Who the hell are you watching? You guys are just making up stories now, man. It's insane. But Norris Cole was there. So it's 100% accurate because he was there. You guys know the deal, man. These are the facts. Once again, LeBron James, man, ain't different. Pat Riley's not impressed with LeBron James. None of us are impressed with LeBron James. But Norris Cole wants you to believe that LeBron James has creativity in practice that we've never seen in games before. I told you, every once in a while, LeBron James will bust a move out. The sun shines. It's not consistent, though. But Norris Cole wants you to believe, though, that LeBron James does these things consistently in practice, but not in games. And what's the excuse for this? What's the reason? Is there any reason why we don't see these things in actual games? Only in the practices that Norris Cole's talking about. But meanwhile, everyone else saying that LeBron James never practices, his teams never give the effort in practice, and that he doesn't play one-on-one, he gets burnt in one-on-one drills all the time, but Norris Cole telling you he's doing things that no one else can do. Where's all that stuff in these one-on-one drills? It was LeBron James himself that said that one-on-one is not real basketball. But I thought LeBron James could do anything he wants. He could do things that people can't even practice doing. He's an alien. He's different. Norris Cole, do us all a favor and just go away somewhere, man. And just shut up. And all these clowns that do these podcasts, you guys ain't doing nothing for the game's history, man. Because you guys just sit there and you let these guys say nonsense, man. It's an absolute joke. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.